The second hour of today's program. Happy Friday, everybody. Friday, October 18th, 2013. We are bringing it to the masses last night on the webinar. And by the way, if you haven't done so already, and I am going to ring my own bell here, I am going to toot my own horn, I am going to do some shameless commerce right now. You know, just like the Car Talk Boys, the Shameless Commerce Department, I love that show. Well, you know, knowledge is power, and what you don't know, you don't know. And honestly, and it's a problem. There's a whole bunch of stuff you didn't know, you didn't even know about the delivery of medicine and what's going on in the body. Did you know that high blood pressure most of the time is a simple calcium and magnesium deficiency? Did you know that most of the time, or all of the time, heartburn is caused by not too much stomach acid, but not enough? The MDs got that completely wrong. Did you know that autoimmunity is a wet dream of an MD physiologist a long time ago that nobody questioned? All of these things we bring to light, I bring to light, through my online health recovery subscription service that you can have immediate access to for the unbelievably low figure of $20 a month, and cancel any time. $20 a month. Divide 20 by 30 days in the month. That equals 66 cents a day. I can find 66 cents a day. Ladies and gentlemen, please visit the website, fireyourmdnow.com. Click on the link that says Become an Insider and enjoy a 1-month subscription. Just take it out for a ride, kick the tires, slam the doors, see what you think. You'll have immediate access to over 100 hours of archived health recovery webinars. You'll have immediate access to 4 hours of live webinars a week, like the one we did last night, What to Take and Why. Gotta love it. Knowledge is power, ladies and gentlemen. You'll also have access on the website. You don't have to sign up for this, to my 7-DVD set, A Strong Body Without Cancer, Cholesterol Myth-Busting. I've got a lot of titles on my DVDs that you can use as a longevity distributor to help educate those in your prospect list about what we are up to. Have a home party. Throw the DVD in. Let people see what we're up to. The proof of the pudding is in the eating, and we are forming a strong coalition of like-minded individuals, compassionate, open-minded, progressive thinking, human beings all around the world who want to help optimize their health and then take a step further and help their friends and family members and church members to recover their health. You want to be involved in something like that? You want to be involved with an international group of compassionate, progressive people? You've come to exactly the right place. That's what we do. Visit the website, get informed, come along for the ride. You're going to love how you feel. Going to Oregon right now to talk to Marshall about a knee problem. Hey, Marshall, thanks for waiting. You are live.
Hi, Dr. Glidden. I'm calling for a friend today that's got a problem with one of his knees.
Yeah.
He's in his mid-40s and still very active, but that's raising a problem. About 20-some years ago, he had ACL reconstruction, and they did one of these LAD devices to put things back together. And skipping forward to today, after he has a active day out in the mountains, he gets home and it's very painful, inflamed, sore, that kind of thing. And he's betting, and I am too, that there's a way to reduce, if not eliminate that, and that his body's just lacking a few things.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's it exactly right. I mean, you know, as a lay person, right, you can understand this because it's a relatively simple concept. I mean, for goodness sake, you stop watering the plant, it withers up. If you're growing a tomato plant, you don't have any, fertilizer in the soil, the tomato's going to be an eeny-weeny, teeny little thing. It's no different with the human body. The MDs have completely thrown the baby out with the bathwater because they have no training, no respect, no appreciation, and no really conceptual ideation of medical nutrition whatsoever. And so their whole thing is drugs and surgery, right? Well, drugs and surgery didn't fix the problem for this guy. It just delayed the inevitable that, you know, it's going to come back. These chickens are going to come home to roost eventually, and, well, here they are. So the basic strategy here is pain a consistent part of this equation, or is pain only something that's there if he overdoes it too much?
Primarily when he overdoes it or uses it for an entire day, then for the next period of time, that next night and day, it's pretty painful. It'll taper off, but other than the high activity periods, it's not too bad or only minimally painful. But when it's high pain after the big event.
Yeah, okay, great. So the recommendation then would be simple and easy, right? Because remember, this is foundation medical nutrition boilerplate protocols, right? So to give his ligaments, tendons, bones, and joints nutritional support to support and promote their optimal function, the recommendation is simple. It would be 1 healthy bone and joint pack and 2 bottles of selenium. 1 healthy bone and joint pack, 2 bottles of selenium, and 1 bottle of plant minerals. So 1 healthy bone and joint pack, 2 selenium, and 1 plant-derived minerals per 100 pounds of body weight per month. That's what he needs to do. Now, and in the Healthy Bone and Joint Pack, there's a topical cream called CM cream. It stands for cetyl merylstolate, CM cream. It's a derivative of fish oil. It's completely non-addictive. It's completely non-harmful. It's analgesic, and it's anti-inflammatory. So after he walks around, now, it's going to take a while for the knee to bounce back. Might take 4 weeks, might take 8 weeks, might take 12 weeks, I have no idea. It's going to take a while because healing is a process, right? But as he's waiting for the knee to strengthen itself and to regain its structural integrity from the inside out, after he overdoes it, he can use the CM cream topically to knock down the inflammation and the pain. And there have been studies done at universities, published studies at universities that show the CM cream is over 90% effective at knocking down bone and joint pain associated with ligament, tendon, and meniscus damage. It's a remarkable thing to use because pain is horrible. I mean, pain is bad, man. It's bad. So anything we can do to help knock down the inflammatory index while we're waiting for the body to fix itself from the inside out is not a bad idea, right? So that's it. Healthy Bone and Joint Pack, selenium, plant-derived minerals. Now, the secret sauce always here is, in order to optimize the absorption of these nutritional supplements, it would be prudent for him to stop eating 10 foods. Prudent for him to stop eating 10 foods. Prudent for you, prudent for me, prudent for everybody in the world to eliminate these 10 foods from their diet, whether they do our nutritional program or not. So if you're not already, are you familiar with that list, Marshall, our 10 bad food list? Yeah.
I have gone over with that. I'm not sure if he's 100%, but I know he's close to it.
Okay, great. So, all right, good. So all he has to do is knock that foods out of his diet and take those nutritional supplements. And normally, with knee and ligament and tendon damage, it takes about 6 weeks for there to be a noticeable positive change. Now, that changes from person to person, depending on too many variables to predict. But I would have him stay the course here for 2 months before he judges the program up or down one way or the other, but certainly by the 8th week, if not way sooner, there should be a noticeable, measurable positive change. Does that sound like a plan, Marshall?
Yeah, I'm just curious, you mentioned the bone and joint pack. Is that similar or incorporate some of the same things as the glucogel?
Yeah, the glucogel is in the bone and joint pack. And see, Longevity has bundled, right? The Longevity Foundation 90 Essential Nutrient Program is called the Healthy Start Pack, right? So Longevity, because of Dr. Wallach's research and Dr. Wallach's experience, has bundled different health recovery packages together, all of which are based on the Healthy Start Pack. So the Healthy Bone and Joint Pack is the Healthy Start Pack with a little extra glucogel added and the CM cream. So how about that? And when we bundle the stuff all together, it's cheaper. And so it would be less expensive for him to get the Healthy Bone and Joint Pack than it would to get the Healthy Start Pack and the CM Cream and the Glucogel appropriate for body weight. When they're bundled together like this, it's a lower price point, and that's why we do it. So the Glucogel is in the Healthy Bone and Joint Pack, and I think that well, how much does he weigh?
About 160.
Yeah, 2 will be plenty. So 2 Healthy Bone and Joint Packs, 4 bottles of selenium, and 2 plant-derived minerals a month is exactly what the doctor ordered. Have him give that a try, and have him, if he can, I mean, if his schedule allows, after the 3rd or the 4th week, have him call the show up live and tell me how it's going and what his experience has been.
Will do. Thank you.
All right, Marshall, you're the greatest. I appreciate what you're doing down there in Oregon. And, folks, this is how we do it, right? You know, I'm just the driver of the locomotive, so to speak. I'm just the guy up in the cab, but in order for the locomotive to go down the track, well, we need the people to lay down the track. We need the engineers. We need the people to keep all the gears and everything happy. We need the people to stoke the engine. We need the people to maintain the train. It's a bad metaphor, but you understand what I'm saying. This is a team effort. It's people all around the world who have joined Youngevity, who have become members of Youngevity, members of Team Glidden, Dr. Glidden insiders, Youngevity providers, who stand up in their communities and say, listen, there are science-based, clinically verified alternatives to drugs and surgery that you need to try right now because the MDs are killing you. They're killing you softly, slowly. And on the way to your funeral, they're picking your pocket into the bargain. We do it with an army, a non-militant army of the concerned, the compassionate, progressive human beings who are taking a stand for their health and the health of those in their communities. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great company to be involved with. Join us. We need you. I'm Dr. Glidden, going to California to talk to Daphenia when we come back. Stick around. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Glidden here, your steadfast advocate for health. Reminding you, don't choose allopathic reductionism. Just say no. Let's go to California again. I guess it's California Day here on Fire Your MD Now, and talk to Daphenia about a high blood pressure issue. Hey, Daphenia, thanks for calling you live. Hello, how are you?
Hanging in here.
Very, very good. Thanks for calling. Hold the phone up a little bit closer, Daphenia. Your volume's a little low. Thanks for calling. How can I help?
Well, I listened to what some of the other people, and I think I have everything that they have.
Yeah, most
but
people.
I do have notice high blood pressure.
Yeah.
And I also have arthritis in my knees, which I have injured knees.
Yep.
And, and matter of fact, I went to the doctor not too long ago, and they told me I have scar tissues on my heart. They asked if I had a heart attack. No.
Ouch.
But they've seen all these things. So I've got a multitude of things going on. So, and I do not like taking chemical medicine.
Well, I'm with you 100%. The thing about it is, though, it's not the drug, it's how it's used, right? Sometimes chemical medicine, will save your butt. Novocaine is awesome, right?
Okay.
Penicillin is awesome. Some anesthetics, if you actually really do need surgery, they're awesome. But the way that the MDs use this stuff and the methodology that they bring to bear on all of this leaves the body wanting, because the drugs are administered not to fix anything, just to manage the problem. So you go from the frying pan into the fire, and every year things get worse and worse and worse, which is what's happening to you, right? Daphenia, are you still with me?
Okay, there was a blank for a minute, but I'm still here.
Okay, good. So from our point of view, high blood pressure, ringing in the ears, and joint problems all have their roots in chronic mineral deficiencies, especially calcium. So what's your current body weight, Daphenia?
About 220.
Okay. So as an experiment, for 4 weeks only, here's what I would like you to do. 4 weeks. Get 1 Healthy Start Pack 1 healthy start pack, 4 bottles of selenium, 4 bottles of selenium, 1 bottle of plant minerals, 1 bottle of plant minerals, and 1 bottle of Beyond Osteo FX. 1 bottle of Beyond Osteo FX, 1 bottle of plant minerals, 4 bottles of selenium, and 1 healthy start pack. Take those nutritional supplements every day. Eliminate the 10 bad foods from your diet. Have you gotten a list of the 10 bad foods yet?
No, this is not to it.
I'm sorry?
Okay.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
I don't have it, but I think that's Mandrake who's saying that she'll send it to me. Yes.
Oh, okay, great. We're on the line with someone else here, a longevity person.
Yes.
Yeah, so she needs to be hooked up with. So, Daphenia, what we advise is that there are 10 foods that if you eat them, or I eat them, or anybody else eats them, they will slowly cause death and destruction in the human body. It's kind of like, I don't know, putting unleaded fuel in a diesel engine or putting diesel fuel in an unleaded engine. The car is going to run like crap if it runs at all. So there are foods that are hurting you and me and everybody else, and we all need to collectively stop eating these foods, number 1. Number 2, give the body the nutrients it needs to bounce back and see how far back the body bounces. This is a good program for you to start with for 4 weeks. So have your friend hook you up with this stuff. Have your friend tell you how to take this stuff, and then look to see how it makes yourself feel over the course of 4 weeks. And it would be prudent for you to get a blood pressure cuff. Take your blood pressure.
I have one.
All right, so take your blood pressure twice a day while you're on this program. Measure your blood pressure, because what we're looking to see over the first 4 weeks is a reduction, a noticeable reduction in your blood pressure numbers over time. So try this program on for 4 weeks, and then call me back live on the radio and give us an unbiased live report of how your body responded to science-based, clinically verified medical nutrition. We're up against a hard break, Daphenia. I appreciate the phone call. Lean on your friend and thank her for bringing you into the light of medical nutrition. Ladies and gentlemen, today is October 18th, 2013. I am Dr. Peter Glidden, and guess what? This is Fire Your MD Now. That's right, it's Mission Possible, ladies and gentlemen. Mission Possible. If you're a longevity distributor and you're having trouble getting people into the light of medical nutrition, just move on. Just move on. Let it roll off your back. Because, people are old-fashioned. People are set in their ways. People have mental inertia. People are closed-minded. It's only the few. It's only the wise few who see that there is a problem. It's a fewer percentage that actually want to take action on the problem. So it's only a matter of time when someone says no, just thank them and move on, because we need to find the next person. It's that simple. Don't take it personally. People are stupid. People are thick-headed. People are set in their ways. Move on, move on, move on with a simple enrollment which will work to your advantage. Hey, you've got asthma? Son of a gun, I know a doctor that says you don't have to suffer with that. If I send you a link to this webinar, will you watch it? You've got arthritis? You're scheduled for a knee replacement? Oh, my God. You have to watch this webinar. If I send you a link, will you watch it? All you need to do to be successful, to drag people into the light of medical nutrition, is to have that conversation 10 times a week. 10 times a week. A simple enrollment will change your life. But better than that, will change the life of those in your life. And that's how we do it. Let's go to Georgia now. Finally, we get someone from the East Coast. Let's go to Georgia and talk to Kay about her cousin. Hey, Kay, thanks for the phone call. You are live.
Hi, Dr. Glidden, and thank you for all that you do with the Healing is Easy program. I had the opportunity to meet you when you came down on a Healthy Body Tour. You was the first person that I met, and I was on fire after that. Since then, I have helped my cousin. She lives in Mississippi. She had a stroke due to infection from a procedure that the doctor had given her in 2005. The first pack that we put her on was the Healthy Body Pack.
Yep.
Along with that, in order to get her healthier and moving around, because she was walking, but not as well as she should have been. And she's always had faith that something will come. She was determined not to be under the doctor's care like that.
Yeah.
So we put her on the glucogel on the side and the selenium. When I was talking to her a couple of days ago just to do an update, as a matter of fact, she called me. And she said, well, I'm not improving as well as I should. And so I went into the back office and noticed that she was taking the selenium, the Smart FX, and the glucogel. Well, she doesn't have the opportunity to mix it up herself, so her daughter's been giving it to her. But I had no idea that her blood pressure had been on the rise. And so they're attributing it to the selenium and maybe the glucogel. But I told her, just hold on, and we're going to call the professional. That's why we're here.
Okay, great. Well, the research has been done, and it's in that, and this is published, by the way, and her medical doctor should know this because this was published in medical journals. This isn't a naturopathic publication or a homeopathic publication. This is conventional mainstream medical journals that it's the MD's responsibility to stay current with. Few do. Selenium supplementation, the supplementation of the mineral selenium, reduces the recovery time for stroke victims by over 50%. So anybody that suffered a stroke needs to be taking supplemental selenium into their body, and if they do take supplemental selenium, they will recover from the ill effects of the stroke to the degree that their body is able to recover in half the time that they would if they didn't take the selenium. So the secret sauce for her is 1 bottle of selenium per 50 pounds of body weight per month. She needs to be doing that in addition to the Healthy Start Pack. Now, if blood pressure is on the rise, then what we do for that, what we do to support and promote the structure and function of the circulatory system, is extra calcium. So give her the Healthy Start Pack, appropriate for body weight, selenium, appropriate for body weight, and 1 extra bottle of the liquid calcium a month. Now, the only time that medical nutrition fails, Kay, is if you're not taking the right stuff, you're not absorbing it properly, or you're not absorbing it properly. And the one single thing that interferes with absorption is consistent consumption of wheat, barley, rye, and oats, right? Plus fried food and oil in a bottle and the other 10 bad foods. So your cousin needs to understand that if they intend to optimize the function of their body, they need to get serious, and I mean serious, about cleaning their diet up. I don't even want them to look at fried food again, and that's a tough call in the South. I know this, but, you know, this is what we have to do. It's tough love. So make sure her diet is 100% tight. Increase her calcium dosage and give her some selenium. And all these things taken together should eliminate all of the problems that she has over time. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. I have another question if we have time for that.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, sounds great. I have another relative in St. Louis, Missouri. She is shellfish intolerant. She was having pain in her groin area, went to the doctor, and she's also on the Healthy Body Pack. Now she's going to start the Slim FX weight loss package because she's overweight. The only thing is that by her being shellfish intolerant, I did recommend that she use the CM cream, and I just heard earlier in your programming that the CM cream does have some fish oils in it. So what can she do to reduce the pain?
Of arthritis?
Anything? No, she strained a muscle, so we know that she's calcium deficient, so she's taking those things, but since it was such a severe case, she is in the pain. So I was going to suggest that she take the CM internally, but that doesn't seem to be a good idea.
Yeah, no, because that's not a good idea because she'll have an allergic reaction to the shellfish protein in it. So we're a little up a tree without a saw here. So one thing that she can do, what was the nature of the injury? Do you remember?
No, I just happened to call her one day to get her on a call, and she was in pain in her groin area. I'll find out today exactly.
Well, if there was a blunt trauma, you know, like she fell off of a bicycle or she slipped going down the stairs and smacked, her thigh on the guardrail or something, If there was a blunt trauma to the tissue and there was black and blue, if there was blunt trauma and black and blue with swelling, then there's a homeopathic medicine that is often very, very helpful. It's called Arnica montana, A-R-N like Nancy, I-C-A, Arnica montana, just like the state, Arnica montana. In the 30C strength should be sufficient to the cause. Any health food store in the world will carry that. It'll cost about $8 for one little tube of homeopathic Arnica montana. Have her take 2 pellets 5 times a day for 5 days, orally, if it's blunt trauma to the muscle with black and blue. And that's a good thing to keep in your medicine cabinet, by the way. Because,
I forgot about that, exactly.
Yeah, but Arnica montana is only indicated if there's blunt trauma and black and blue and swelling, right? I mean, if it was a sharp blow and there isn't any black and blue and very limited swelling, then Arnica montana is probably not going to work, and this is how specific homeopathic medicines are. So, notwithstanding that, you might counsel her to take an Epsom salts bath at night before bed. Get some Epsom salts, which is magnesium sulfate, at the pharmacy. It's very inexpensive. And run a tub with hot water, as hot as she can stand it, and put a pound of Epsom salts in the tub and soak in it right before bed. The magnesium that the Epsom salts will soak into the skin, soak into the muscles, and help to relieve pain and also muscular tension from the outside in while we're waiting for the medical nutrition to work from the inside out. So notwithstanding, because we can't do the CM cream either internally or topically, that would be 2 pretty good solutions. But I think the secret for her moving forward is going to be more calcium and complete eradication from her life, the 10 bad foods. This seems to be the hardest thing for people in the South to get a handle on, because we're so entrenched in the South with fried everything. I mean, it's just so deep into the culture. It's like, it's like pulling out a nail from the body, but it's worthwhile doing it. And so make sure that all the people in your life know about the value of eliminating the 10 bad foods. And keep up the good work, Kay, because you are the last best hope your friends, family members, church members, and community members have for living long, healthy, and wealthy lives. And don't be discouraged by no's. Every time you get a no, it's just one more step towards the next yes. And I'm very proud of what's happening down there in Georgia. Keep up the good work and call me anytime. Going from Georgia to Arizona, going to talk to Marcy now about a friend who has a cyst, I think. Hey, Marcy, thanks for the phone call. I was just down there in Phoenix. Were you at the event that I gave in Phoenix?
Oh, I was there, yes. Thank you for coming. It was awesome.
Yeah, we had a good time. That was an interesting venue to give a health lecture in, but it worked. And how about that testimonial? Yeah, I mean, wasn't that unbelievable?
Oh, it's amazing. And you wouldn't believe what's been going on since you came. So that's the best part, is all the success that's happening afterwards. So thank you so much for that. And I want to know if I can ask you super fast 3 questions. I know that is a lot, but... No,
I'm good. We've got 3 minutes in this segment and 5 minutes in the next, so I'm all yours. So let's go.
Awesome. Okay, the first one is, my mom was at one of your events the last time you came in April, and I don't know if you remember her, but she fell off a chair and she crushed her vertebrae, and you gave her a protocol to follow. And my mom's been so disciplined and so diligent and done everything. She's about 105 pounds. She's been taking her extra calcium, extra kidney tangerine, Z-Radical, you name it, and she takes it. But she's also been taking pain pills that the doctor, prescribed her, and she just cannot stop taking them because she's in so much pain. And it just makes me so sad because I know they're hurting her, and I don't know what to do to help her ease off the pain pills. So that's my first.
All right, well, let's start there. What's the name of the pain pill? Do you know?
I think it was hydrocodone, and now I think it's oxycodone.
Oh, yeah. All right. So here's what. Now, how's the situation in her back? Is it getting better? Is it not getting better? What's happening? Is there improvement or not?
Well, when she goes to the chiropractor, he tells her that her points are going up. So I'm assuming that means her back is getting better, but her pain is like, you know, just nonstop. Every time I talk, I mean, she's in her 70s, but she used to have the energy of a 30-year-old who could, you know, run around all day long and not be tired because she's so healthy on the nutrition. And then falling off the chair, this has just like aged her 10 years. So even though it's showing that her points are going up, she's still in so much pain.
Yeah, well, the pain will take the wind out of anybody. Constant pain. I mean, it's just. I mean, it's a big bad voodoo daddy. Which,
Right.
by the way, is why one of the reasons why the pharmaceutical industry is in such a mad rush to find a pain medication that doesn't hurt people. That's why Vioxx was rushed to the market
Right.
through the scurrilous activity of the FDA in cahoots with the pharmaceutical companies, because they rushed it to market. 500,000 people died. Well, why is there such a market for pain relief? Because everybody's been under the care of the MDs for their entire lives, and the MDs are horrible at what they do, and people's body under the MD's care get worse and worse and worse, and then we're in pain, and then we got to do something for it, and oh my God.
Right.
So, all right, we're up against the hard break, Marcy. I'll line this up for you when we come back. One of the secrets is going to be to have her triple her calcium intake for 14 days. Triple it. But I'll dial this in for you to a greater degree when we come back. Stick around. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Dr. Peter Glidden, and you're not. Stick around. Finishing out today with Marcy from Arizona. We lit a fire down there last weekend, and it is burning bright. Marcy, thanks for the phone call. You still with me?
Yes.
All right, great. So one of the things that anybody can do who's dealing with bone pain is the Epsom salts bath, because Epsom salt is magnesium sulfate. Magnesium relaxes muscles. And one of the things that happens is when you have a trauma to a bone, the muscles immediately around the bone will tighten up to protect the bone so that, you know, it doesn't snap in two. It's kind of like an armor coating around the bone. One of the problems with muscle tension is that once muscle tension is in place, it's hard to make it relax, even though the initial insult is gone and the bone is sound and it can handle the stress of life on its own. The muscles are loath to relax. It's just one of the funny mechanisms about the human body. So Epsom salts baths before bed or even in the middle of the day with as hot water as she can stand will go a long way towards helping the muscles to relax. And what's her current body weight?
She's small. She's like 105 pounds, and she's been doing 3 capsules of calcium a day.
All right, so give her 4. Give her 1 ounce of calcium 4 times a day for 7 days. For 7 days. And you may want to switch from the glucogel capsules to the liquid glucogel.
Okay.
All right. Give her 4 capsules of the liquid glucogel a day. And give her 1 ounce of the plant-derived minerals twice a day. The liquids often with elderly people are more easily tolerated, more easily absorbed, and faster across the finish line, so that may help as well.
So liquid glucose 4 times a day?
Yeah, 1 ounce of the liquid glucogel 4 times a day. Because, you know, what we're trying to do is accelerate the healing and get her out of the woods with the pain as fast as possible. So the first thing we need to do is knock down the pain to an appreciable level, and then once the pain is knocked down, she can start to withdraw from the pain meds. But withdrawing her from the pain meds without making an inroad in the pain is just silly, right?
Yeah.
So we need to get
pain relief?
Yeah, we need to get a handle on the pain, and the only way we're going to get a handle on the pain is to support and promote the bone health from the inside out. If you pay attention, if you ask her what the pain feels like, right? Is it sharp? Is it dull? Is it ripping? Is it tearing? Is it burning? Is it pulling? Is it beating? What's it feel like? Where does she feel it? What makes it worse? And what makes it better? Oh, every time I move around, it's worse. Every time I lie down on my back, it's better. Every time I lie down on my left side, it's worse. Every time I sneeze, it's worse, or whatever. The nature of the pain, where she feels it anatomically, what makes it worse and what makes it better. And if you call me with that information on Monday, I can perhaps dial in a homeopathic medicine that may be helpful in mitigating the pain from the, while we're waiting for the medical nutrition to kick in. All right, 2 minutes, Marcy. Case number 2.
Here's my other question is another lady that was there, she went and had a mammogram a couple weeks ago, and they said her breast tissue was dense, and so she had to go back for one. And they said they found 6 cysts, and one of them was a half an inch, and it was jagged. And so she's having it biopsied on next Friday. So I'm just wondering, what should I don't want to miss anything.
Selenium, 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 and selenium. Remember, selenium reduces the occurrence of breast cancer by 82%, which is a remarkable number.
Right.
So regardless of her body weight, I'd give her 4 bottles of selenium a month. That's 12 selenium a day, 4 with breakfast, 4 with lunch, and 4 with dinner. The anti-aging healthy start pack, anti-aging healthy start pack, and antioxidants in excess of 50,000 a day. So triple treat chocolate, right?
Okay.
Triple treat chocolate, Beyond Tangy Tangerine, which is in the healthy start pack, and the selenium. Plus, she must eliminate the 10 bad foods. And, you know, heaven forbid, it is a definitive diagnosis of breast cancer. That is an entirely different conversation. It is an entirely different conversation. To support and promote the structure and function of the immune system in the face of any diagnosis of cancer, because remember, we do not treat cancer, that's illegal. The recommendation would be as much Z-radical liquid as she can afford. If she can afford a bottle of the Z-radical a day, that would be a good idea. If she can afford a bottle a week, that's a good idea. A bottle a month is not a bad idea. But we must dial in selenium in excess. Selenium, 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 the 90 essential nutrients. Eliminate the 10 bad foods. Marcy, wish we had more time. We're all out of it today. Thanks for everything that you do down there in Phoenix and the surrounding area of Arizona. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Dr. Peter Glidden. God willing, I'll be back in the saddle on Monday. Have a safe, healthy weekend.